So we know that lists can hold all different data types. They can hold other lists, they can hold integers, they can hold strings, floating points, whatever. We have dictionaries, and we can put all data types in the value for the key value situation. We can do lists inside of those dictionaries. We can also put dictionaries inside of those dictionaries. And eventually we can put lists inside of the dictionaries that are inside the other dictionaries. So let's take a look at how we would do that. So we make a dictionary here. And as you can see, we name it car1. We do the left bracket. We use the VIN number as the a key and a value. Then we do a make and a for model value, key value, key value, key value, key value. Notice that body extras, the key says body extras, but the value is a list. And then we do interior extras, and again, the value is a list. So a list is a single entity, but it has multiple entities inside it. So key value is a key and a single entity value, but that entity is a list, so it has multiple values in it. This is very important because this allows us to have data types that are different. So one car, as we see here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 different elements in body extras. So this car might have 4. Other cars might have 5, might have 2. So this moves us, if we think about this as data being stored and think about the relational data model, this moves us away from the relational data model. So this is one of the key features of why Python is being used. So anyhow, we have our car here, and we run it, and sure enough, there's our car. We have our dictionary, and we have all the information from that. We can also make a dictionary. This one was called car1. This one's called cars, and we have 2 cars in it. Now, the key value is the VIN number, and the key for the key value pair is the VIN number, and the value is a dictionary. So we have a dictionary called cars, and inside of that we have another dictionary which is that VIN number, and of course inside of that dictionary we have 2 lists. So we have lists inside a dictionary inside a dictionary. And of course we have another dictionary as our second key value pair. So the dictionary cars has 2 key value pairs. And the keys for that are the 2 VIN numbers. And the values are 2 separate dictionaries. And of course, that dictionary has the 2 lists inside of it as well. Both of them do. And we can print the 2 cars. You can see we can print the 2 cars. And there's the 2 cars from the single dictionary. I then go ahead and append to this dictionary with 2 dictionaries a third car by doing just a new key, which is a new VIN number, and a new value, which is another dictionary. And of course, this dictionary has the whole list in it. But also notice that it has different sets of keys inside it. So while all of these have carburetors, this does not have a carburetor listed. So this dictionary allows us to not only get away from having multiple entries, but some entries might not even be there. And we don't have a null value or anything, it's just not there. It's a different mode of looking at data than a relational data model. And of course, we can print out all 3 of those too. So we have all 3 cars. And so remember, we have one dictionary that has 3 key value pairs, and the key is the VIN number, and the value is a dictionary of information about the car, and inside that second dictionary is our 2 lists. Got it? All right, let's keep going. It gets crazier. So I do the same thing. I make a dictionary that has 3 cars in it, VIN number, and then car information in a separate dictionary with lists inside there. I then make a list that has the 3 key values or VIN numbers in it. From this, we can print those out using so those are the 3 VIN numbers from the list, right? But we can also use a for loop through that list that uses the key value. Remember, this is the key value for each one of the lists, the VIN number, to access that information from the dictionary. So we do dictionary name cars, and then the information from the for loop, which is pulling it from this list. So the first time through this for loop, we take this item and substitute it in for the cars, so we get the information for the first car. Then we go back through the for loop, take the second VIN number, put it in the cars, pull out the information for the second VIN number, etc. So you can see if we have the VIN number, we can use that dictionary to pull out all the information on the car that matches to that VIN number. But how do you get into that other dictionary and into the lists in that dictionary? That's what we go to next. So we can still use, because this is the list has an index value, we can use 0, 1, and 2. So we could use a 0 to get the first one. We can use the VIN number as well, as you see here. You can see I get and then I do a square bracket and give the key here, and it will give me the value, just as we would normally with a dictionary. So I'm selecting which of the outer dictionary to use, and then I'm selecting the key from the inner dictionary, and out that pops, and we will get the make. Of course, I could still go just use the 0 to get the first element from this list as well. And if that key pointed to a list, as it did with interior extras, the list will pop out. And if I just want one element of that list inside the dictionary, I give which item in I give the dictionary name, I give which item in the dictionary I want, I give the list that I want, and then I give the element in that list I want, which is the 2 here. And of course, we can still loop through that list inside the dictionary, inside the other dictionary, just as we can with all lists doing a for loop. You just have to call it correctly. And again, it's dictionary, which element in the dictionary, and then which list in that dictionary. And as you can see, right, I got to click here. It all works. It can be very confusing, but this is how you use dictionaries in Python. You're going to be putting dictionaries inside of dictionaries and lists inside of dictionaries and lists that point to dictionaries. You can even put the dictionaries themselves inside the list. So we could have had multiple, just as we have cars, we could have had cars, trucks, boats, and have that as different dictionaries inside our list. It gets crazy. But this is how data is organized these days. We don't organize data in a relational data model all the time. We use a non-relational model, sometimes called a NoSQL model, and this is why Python has become so popular.